Drama continues to unfold over a Monroe County commissioner's seat. Mark Brant, who was removed from his seat earlier this year after a felony conviction, could get that seat back.
A judge last week ruled Brant never officially lost his position while serving prison time for federal drug charges, leaving the door open for his return unless the county appeals.
And Steve Iwanek, he was at tonight's commissioners' meeting, so this ruling caught many by surprise.
Well, Jeff Cayley, it was a ruling that many in the meeting room were passionately against, and the commissioners agreed and voted to appeal the judge's decision.
I will sit here silently, but I'm not leaving until somebody tells me that I have to leave or that I am not a county commissioner.
That was July, and fast forward to today, Mark Brant may get his way. In a Washtenaw County ruling last week, a judge found that Brant, who was removed from his seat after federal drug convictions, never legally vacated his position while in prison. However, the judge placed a 21-day pause on the decision, allowing the county to appeal it. A ruling resident Christy Swatik-Whitson didn't see coming.
And this just creates a huge cluster that I don't even think they want to deal with.
Here's the backstory. Brant was sentenced to serve 18 months in federal prison for felony drug charges. He resigned last October, but voters re-elected him in November. In February, the commissioners voted 5-3 to declare him ineligible to run again. He then appealed that decision. Meanwhile, the county held a special primary election for a seat in August.
The citizens of District 2 haven't had any representation for over 290 days, and we can't allow things like this to keep going on.
Dale Banicki won the Republican primary and is slated to face Democrat Danielle Hoover in a November general election.
That's just saying that you scheduled a primary, and thousands of people voted in this primary, duly elected. They thought they were electing a candidate for each party, and this is all void. This can't happen here in America.
At Tuesday's meeting, commissioners voted 5-3 to appeal the decision. Chairman David Venzel says it was needed.
Mr. Brant has hoodwinked this board and the residents of District 2 for the last year and a half. We need to see this through to the end, and we need to move forward with an appeal.
Well, now that according to the county's attorney Phil Goldsmith, now that the commissioners have voted to appeal this decision, this now will lead the November general election can go on. However, if the appeal gets denied, then Mark Brant can take his seat back. Brant was in the audience tonight. We asked him for an interview, and he declined. Here in Monroe, Steve Iwanek, WTOL 11.